Good afternoon, Year 3, and welcome to today's science lesson. Okay, today we're going to be looking at Mary Anning. And the first thing that I want us to do is read the learning object together. Okay, off we go. I can create a fact file about Mary Anning. Okay, and together today we're going to be looking at how we can do that and learning about Mary Anning and who she was. Okay, so the first thing I want us to think about then is what is a fossil? Okay, you might have heard of that word fossil before. You might have even seen a fossil before. But what actually is a fossil? Pause this video and have a chat with anyone at home. It could be brothers or sisters or grown-ups, okay? What is a fossil? And if not, just have a think to yourself. The pictures might give you some clues. Pause the video, off you go. Okay, so great job if you spoke about a fossil being the remains, so the dead body or an imprint of the dead body of an animal, plant or other living creature. Okay, now I want you to have a think about what might a fossil be used for? What might we use fossils for? Pause the video. Okay, so you might have spoken about the fact it could give us clues. It could give scientists clues about the past. Okay, so from the fossils, maybe the animals or the plants, we can learn how plants or animals have changed or what other animals existed in the past we didn't even know about. Okay, and that's why often in fossils we see lots of prehistoric things. And now that's a word we did with the Stone Age, isn't it? Can anyone remember what prehistoric meant? Great job if you are telling me that it means before any records of history. Okay, so animals that existed before we have any records of. Super job. Okay, finally then I want you to think about where we might find a fossil. Okay, so you've got the pictures that I showed earlier, okay, but where might you find a fossil? Have a think. Super job if you said inside of rocks. Okay, you could have also said that most fossils are found on parts of the earth that were once under the water. Okay, now our earth has changed shape a lot over the years, and certain parts that would have been underwater we can now access. So lots of people are finding fossils of creatures that would have lived under the water. Okay, and this links us very nicely to Mary Anning because a big place we can find fossils are on the beach. And you'll see in a minute how this links to our focus today of Mary Anning. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do then is make sure you've got a piece of paper and something to write with near you now. Okay, so pause the video and go and get one if you need to do that. Brilliant, okay, so we're going to start looking at the information we can put on our fact files. So I've highlighted the key things I want you to write down and they're going to help you when you're doing your fact file later on. Okay, so first things first, Mary Anning was born on the 21st of May, 1799, and she died on the 9th of March, 1847. Okay, so write down then when she was born and when she died. Pause the video, have a go at that. Okay, super, next one then. So Mary Anning was significant because she found the first fossils of prehistoric animals on the beaches at Lyme Regis, which is in Dorset. Okay, that word significant then, who can tell me what significant means? Okay, brilliant job if you're telling me it means that she was important. Okay, so she was important because she found the first fossils of prehistoric animals. Okay, so animals that we didn't even have records of before she even found them. Okay, and she found them on the beaches at Lyme Regis. Okay, so if you look in the top corner, I put a pin on Dorset and on Lyme Regis where the beaches are. Okay, so you can see that it's really near the coastline, so we can tell it's a beach. Okay, pause video, write any of that down that you need. Next one then, so Mary Anning added groundbreaking research to the study of paleontology. And that's scientists who look at animals, plants and creatures from the past, which we know fossils have a lot to do with, don't we? Okay, so she added lots of research to them. So make sure you've got that one written down. Next one then, so Mary Anning was taught by her father to to find and extract fossils as a child. Okay, so she didn't get to go to school. She wasn't as lucky as you people. Okay, but her father taught her how to do this in order to make money. And we'll see how she made money in a second. Okay, Mary Anning would sell her fossils for a penny. Okay, and when she was doing so, she was spotted by a woman who was called Elizabeth Philpott. And she helped her to get her work recognised by some really famous and influential scientists. Okay, so she would sell the fossils that she collected and that she found for money because people were so interested and fascinated by these creatures. And when she was doing so, she was spotted by Elizabeth Philpott, okay, who was really impressed by her creations and told other scientists about them. So now we've learned why Mary Anning was significant, why she was important. We've also got to know some interesting facts about her that we could include on our fact files. Okay, so you could write down that her parents had 10 children. Okay, they were called Richard and Molly, and they had 10 children, and her family was very poor. Okay, even though she had 9 brothers and sisters, only one of them lived to an adult age though. Okay, so she had lots of siblings die, which is very sad for her. Okay, when Mary Anning was a baby, she was struck by lightning. Okay, and lots of superstitious people, so people who believe in magic, okay, they think that when she was struck by lightning, it gave her the power to find these fossils. Okay, and you can decide whether you think that's true or not, but who knows? Maybe. It's a bit like Harry Potter with his scar, isn't it? The lightning went through her. And the people that were carrying her when she was a baby, it killed them, the lightning bolt, but it didn't kill Mary Anning. Ooh. Okay, pause that one. I think that's definitely one you could include on your fact file. Okay, and finally then, her most famous discovery was the full skeleton of an ichthyosaurus. Okay, can you say that with me? Ichthyosaurus. Super. Your turn? Well done. Okay, an ichthyosaurus, which was a fish lizard. It means fish lizard. Okay, and when she sold that, she sold it to some really high up scientist that Elizabeth told her about. She earned £25. Okay, and that in those days was a lot of money, and it really helped her family out, and they weren't as poor anymore. Okay, so make sure you've got those ones written down. They can help you with your fact file later on. What I now want you to do then is pause this video, and then I want you to go back to your timetables and click the link that's under your science box, okay? And this is a video telling you about Mary Anning, okay? And the woman who is acting as Mary Anning tells you lots of details about her life. So if you want to jot anything extra down that's not included in this video, that would be brilliant for you to tell me anything else you've learned about Mary Anning. Okay, so watch this video and then you're coming back to this video. So pause this one here now. Okay, so you should now be returning from watching that last video. Okay, so by now you should have got a lot of information written down on your sheet to help you complete your fact file. So this is a fact file I want you to fill in. Okay, I want you to use all of the information we've gathered to answer these questions in full sentences. Okay, so you can tell me when her date of birth was and the day that she died. Then I also want you to tell me in a paragraph why she was significant. Okay, so use all those ideas we put together and pop them into full sentences and tell me, as if I don't know already, why she was significant. Okay, I'm going to give you a waggle to help you out. Okay, so here is my waggle then. See how I have filled in the day that she was born and the day that she died. Okay, I've also written in a paragraph all about why she was significant. So I've put Mary Anning is significant because she found the first fossils of prehistoric animals. She rarely travelled as people would always come to her to see the fossils she had found. Mary Anning found fossils in the Jurassic Marine fossil beds, which is on the beach. Okay, and they were on the English Channel of Lyme Regis. Okay, so I filled that in a paragraph. It was about 3 or 4 sentences of all the information I had found in that section about why she was significant. At the bottom then you'll notice that I've got an interesting facts section, okay? In that part I put her work influenced the way of scientific thinking about the history of the earth and prehistoric life. To improve this then I could add another fact into there, and I could maybe write about when she was a baby she was struck by lightning, but she survived, okay? Because that is a very interesting fact that would really grip the reader, wouldn't it? Okay, but look at the way that I've used capital letters and full stops. Mary Anning is a name, so she needs capital letters. Okay, and it's quite interesting, isn't it? And when you've done all of that, you could even colour in the picture of Mary Anning. Okay, can't wait to see these on your portfolios, and have a really nice afternoon learning about Mary Anning. Okay, I'll see you soon. I can't wait to meet you all in school. So exciting. Okay, have fun. See you later. Bye.